Welcome to the News at 4. I'm Brenda Rodriguez.
And I'm Joe Paris. Today we had more interesting testimony in the Chad Daybell trial down at the Ada County Courthouse. And during Daybell's murder trial in Boise today, jurors heard more about how his wife Tammy died and how he acted in the days that followed.
Just a reminder, Chad is accused of murdering and conspiring to murder Tammy, as well as his current wife, Lori Vallow Daybell's children, Vallow and Tylee Ryan. Now, Morgan Romero was in the courtroom all day. Morgan, jurors have heard from 5 witnesses today, right?
Yeah, that's right. That includes the Daybell's friends, Todd and Alice Gilbert. The Gilberts said Chad told them he had a vision Tammy would die before her 50th birthday. She died at 49. The Gilberts felt it was odd and rushed that Chad held her funeral just days after she died. We've heard that from several other witnesses so far during the last month. And the Gilberts were shocked when he told them the following week he planned to get married again. While JJ and Tylee were missing, Alice Gilbert said Chad told them it was over a custody battle and, quote, when everything came out, it would be fine. After Lori was arrested in Hawaii in February of 2020, the Gilberts said Chad asked if they would put their house up to pay for Lori's bond.
So I asked him, where are the children? And I asked him, where's Tylee? I said, she's a teenager. So I said, doesn't she want a life? And come out and say, I'm the missing girl. I want a job and a life and a boyfriend. And he just said, she didn't like people and she didn't like me.
Did something stick out about those statements?
He said didn't.
So he used the past tense.
He did.
One of Tammy's co-workers testified today as well. She said Tammy was active and healthy, taking workout classes in the days leading up to her death. For most of the morning, jurors heard from Dr. Eric Christensen, retired chief medical examiner for the state of Utah. He discussed the forensic autopsy he did on Tammy after her body was exhumed in December 2019. As we've reported, her funeral and memorial were held in Utah and she was buried there. Christensen said he looked at the outside and inside of Tammy's body and evaluated evidence like medical records, statements, police reports, and other information. Jurors then saw photos of Tammy's body showing bruising on her upper body. Christensen said it likely happened minutes to hours before she died, and they could be consistent with someone being restrained.
Where the bruises were located, would it be possible for someone to have been restraining her while someone else suffocated her?
It's possible.
The Fremont County coroner originally ruled Tammy died from natural causes, but through his autopsy, Christensen found she died by asphyxiation or suffocation specifically, and her manner of death was a homicide. Trial ended with the Daybell's health insurance broker sharing her experience with Chad after Tammy died. Taylor Ballard was her name. She said Chad never brought up JJ and Tylee when looking to get health insurance for his family after Tammy died. And while Lori was in jail, Ballard became worried that Tammy's death might not have been an accident and her life insurance payout was fraudulent. Throughout the day, Chad's brother, Matt Daybell, sat in the area behind prosecutors, and most of the time he was sitting next to Tammy's aunt and JJ's grandma to support the victims' families. Joe and Brenda.
And for our full coverage at ktvb.com, you can find all of Morgan's reporting from inside the courtroom. Morgan, we appreciate your time here on the News at 4.
You bet.